Okay, we're going to work on some multiplication problems here, and I'm just going to show you some different ways to model multiplication. The first way I'm going to show you is using base 10 blocks. And the problem I'm going to do is 4 times 13. Okay, so I'm going to start off with 110 and then 3 ones. That's 113. Okay, another 10 and 3 ones. That's 2 13s. One more 10 and 3 more ones is 3 13s. And one more 10 and 3 more ones is 13. So that's the way to model 4 times 13. To figure out what their answer is, you go ahead and you're just counting. So I'm going to start off counting by tens. That's 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. So 4 times 13 equals 52. I'm going to show you another way of doing it. Okay, we're going to do it pictorial model. And basically what I'm doing is drawing base 10 blocks. So it's going to look very similar. Draw a line here to separate. So I'll draw a long and 3 ones is 113. Another rod and 3 ones is 2 13s. Another rod and 3 ones is 3 13s. And one more rod and 3 more ones is 4 13s. So that's another way to model 4 times 13. And do the same thing. We're going to count by 10, start off counting by tens. That's 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. So 4 times 13 equals 52. Okay. Next way we're going to do, I'm going to draw an area model, or it's also called partial product, but it's just more of a using kind of pictures to do the pictorial model. So I'm going to draw a rectangle. I'm going to start off drawing a rectangle. Okay, and this side of the rectangle will be 4. Okay, and the top is going to be 13. I'm going to break it down into 10 and 3. So the first thing I would do is I would calculate the area of this right here. And I know, since this is area model, I know area is equal to length times width. So the length of it is 4 and the width is 10. And since it's length times width, 4 times 10 is 40. And the length of this rectangle right here, I know opposite sides of my rectangle are the same. So the length of this would be 4 too. And since I'm trying to figure out the area of this part, I would do length times width is 4 times 3, and 4 times 3 is 12. Okay, next thing I would do is just go ahead and add 40. Sorry, I tried to draw 14 there. So that would be 40 plus 12. And in the ones place, I'd have a 2 here. And 4 plus 1, or 40 plus 10, is 50. So using the area model, what I did is I broke it down into 2 separate areas. Okay, and so 4 times 13 is 52. And next way we're going to do it, I'm going to block this off. Okay, there's another partial product. This is one way to do partial product. Another way to do partial product is just go ahead and set up the problem like this. So it'd be 13 times 4. Okay, and it looks very similar to the standard algorithm way of doing it. Okay, but it's going to be just a little bit different. So first thing I'm going to do is 3 times 4, and 3 times 4 is 12, and I'd write 12 right down below here. Okay. Next thing I do is 4 times 10, because the 1 right there is in the tens place, and 4 times 10 is 40. And then all I have to do is add that up, and then you get 2 in the ones place, and a 5 in the tens place. So 13 times 4, or 4 times 13, is 52. And the last way I'm going to show you is the standard algorithm. That's 13 times 4 for 4 times 13. So the first thing I'm going to do is, just like I did in the partial product, I'm going to do 4 times 13. But instead of writing 12 down here, I'm going to do some regrouping. So I'm going to put the 2 from the 12 in the ones place, and I regroup the 10 from the 12 up here above the tens place. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply 4 times 1, or 4 times 10 is 40, plus another 10 would be 50, or 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Put a little plus here too, I like to do that. Okay. So, and that's the standard algorithm way of doing it. And I know earlier in the year I showed you this. Some of my students a few years back called this the heart method, because first we multiply the ones place, and we multiply the ones place by the tens place, and it sort of resembles a heart right here. So they came up with calling that the heart method. But there's 5 different ways. I used base 10 blocks, which is a very concrete way of doing it. We drew a picture, did the pictorial model, basically drew base 10 blocks. That's 2 ways. I did an area model right here. We did the partial product way, and we did the standard algorithm way of doing it. So you have a lot of different ways you can multiply, model multiplication, and this problem happens to be a 2-digit by 1-digit multiplication problem.